Hello. How is everyone? I got some nice music on. I don't know if you can hear it or it's distracting. It's beautiful. It's Tibetan. I'm drinking raw cacao and we're going to get into it. The Universal Mother is here to spread. Who's the Universal Mother? Is it me? Is it you? So, dying for love. Is the background music annoying you or is it nice? Someone can write down in the comments. Hi everyone. Is the background music okay? Hello, sweethearts. The background music is okay for you? Or is it annoying? It's nice. Okay, good. So, dying for love. I was in a Kundalini Awakening class the other day and it came to me, this topic. Okay. But let's just listen to the music for a second because I love it. Alexa, reduce volume to 5. Thank you. Okay, let's get to it. So I was in a Kundalini class the other day, and I make fun of it sometimes because you see these gurus who are activating people's Kundalinis, and there were people in the room that were having orgasms, that were screaming and shouting and laughing, and I was just calm like the Buddha. But the title came to me, Dying for Love. Okay, and then also I started feeling the DM's fear, crippling fear that they have of truly being seen, and they're seeing their reflection and why they run and why they sabotage. And then for us as well, it's mirrored, right? So we have so much fear about seeing ourselves and our Kundalini awakening and having to face the fear again. For me, I had such a violent awakening with the Kundalini. There is that element of still fear of going back into that. So I'm kind of working on that. But dying for love, So if we go with a soulmate, we're having a slow death, because soulmate relationships for most of humanity, yes, a lot of humanity is in karmics as well, connections, but a lot of soulmate relationships, and maybe you have been there too, but I have certainly, where it is codependency, there's jealousy, there's obligation. It's you do this and I do that, and where's my gift, where's my present, and there's an expectation. Don't look at her, don't look at him, and give me all the attention. And when a need is not met, there's like a trigger, right? And we are all operating from core wounds and traumas, and it's trauma bonding essentially. And with your twin flame, it does feel like that in the beginning, but the universe separates you because you cannot be together in so much distortion. You would destroy each other, right? So you are forced into separations. That's why they run. Sometimes you run because it's too confronting, the mirror. But you still want to be with each other. They also. So you are dying for love. But what is dying? It's the ego, right? So when you're with soulmates, it's again the ego that's being slowly strangled, but you're not getting out of it. But with a twin flame, you actually get out of it because somehow or the other, miraculously, they touch upon all those wounds and triggers and points that they burn away. They do burn away, and it's beautiful. So in the beginning, we die for them. That's what it feels like. But we're actually killing our ego. We're dying for being reborn into the person we're meant to be, going back to our purity, essentially. Alexa, stop. There's an advert on YouTube. And we are basically trying to get back to source, creator, God, back into wholeness, back into oneness. And that's why we have to die, and we have all the ego deaths, and we have all those layers stripped away from us. And it is painful. And the amount of pain you go through depends upon your karma and your trauma, how much you're clearing for ancestry and humanity, but also how much work you're doing as well. The more you're aligning, the more you're doing inner work, the more you're reminding yourself and connecting yourself with God, doing your purpose, and keep putting your foot forward, steps forwards, then you will get out of it. But if you keep putting the DM on a pedestal, and also if you don't understand the journey, when we are confused about the purpose of a twin flame, we can stay in victim and we can stay in this blame game, right? But once we start understanding it's a tool for ascension and it's our own stuff that's being mirrored, and that we can get out of it by doing inner work, connecting with God, healing, doing our purpose, and we will survive. It doesn't last forever. We do get out of it. You become empowered. You get empowered, right? But if you're still stuck in the why he left me or she left me or why this and why that, or they're a bastard and an asshole, or they left me and I'm so sad, and you stay in that energy. And some people do for lifetimes, and even us as twin flames, we do. But this lifetime, it's different. We're here to change that. So in many lifetimes, the DM would have done that, you would have done that, stayed in victim, stayed in blame, stayed in lower consciousness, okay? But we have the internet, we have each other, we have knowledge, we have power, we have intuition, the energies are high, we can connect and we can get downloads. And we can understand that we can get out of our suffering, out of karmic, soulmates, but definitely the twin flame stuff, we can get out of it because we realize they are only mirroring stuff within us. And it's hard pill to swallow. Very bitter pill. More bitter than this cacao. And we don't want to accept it. We want to say, that is an asshole and I'm perfect. But we're not. We're not. And they do act silly because they're the DMs, right? They are more in the matrix. They're more in the ego. They're less connected with God and the intuition, usually. Some of them are more advanced, which is wonderful. Some of them are not. And so they do fumble and tumble around, doing all the silly things, getting burnt. They have a lot of issues, a lot lack of self-love, usually. So do we, but they have a different type, I feel. So they go about doing things that don't honor them, okay? And they will make mistake after mistake. They will chase after karmics and careers and jobs from the mind, from the matrix, from the ego, selling their bodies, performing sexual favors to get contracts, or slaving away, or operating from narcissism and ego, And I've seen that with my twin for sure, and I have a very strong inkling that my twin has done sexual favors to get photograph contracts with said gay men in order to get ahead. And also to kind of prove that he is doing wholesome work. But you cannot get success when you are sexualizing yourself or operating from ego, performing sexual favors with karmics or other people in order to get ahead, either in career or in personal life. Obviously, the DF is not happy with that. And we know everything. We know absolutely everything. You cannot put a blind eye over us. We will still congratulate and be supportive, but we know what you've done to get there. We know what happens behind closed doors. We feel it. And more than the DF, God is not happy. Okay? And then the person will get karma. Very bad ego deaths. The DMs are going through a lot right now. By next year, spring, a lot of them will come back for communication or union, and by next year, a lot of unions will be happening. So you better get your energies centered and balanced. But we die for love. And the DF dies emotionally, and we pine, and we are upset because we know so much. And the DMs run away, and they're dying to get away from love, right? But then they are selling themselves physically, sexually, emotionally, mentally, trying to hold on to others. And God is not impressed by that. And that's why they don't get success. And any success they had before comes crumbling down eventually. It will. You can only get success in life when your foundation is built from love and built from purity and innocence. But if you are doing things from trauma, from overt fear and sexualization or whatever it is, you will never get success. And I'm speaking directly to my DM. I have a very strong inkling that you have done sexual favors to sell yourself to get contracts, photographic contracts, and you know what I'm talking about. And you won't get success for that because you are operating from your core child wounding of abuse and bowing down to others in order to get success. Because the DM's mind is always ego-driven. They want to be in Forbes magazine. They want to be multimillionaires. They want to have that lifestyle. They want people to see them a certain way. But it's all done from ego and fear and trauma. So the life they try to build collapses or doesn't succeed, and then they get really frustrated. But we, as DFs, if we really connect with our intuition and we operate from love and we want to do service to others rather than service to self, all doors open to us, right? So despite dying for love, God rewards us. God rewards us a lot. The DFs get rewarded a lot. And the DMs, eventually they tire themselves out. Like you will tire yourself of chasing. Yeah? So we die for love, thinking that's what the outcome is and that's what the whole thing's about. But it's not. The whole thing is about being one with the Creator and then doing your mission and purpose on earth to help and assist others. That's what you're here to do. You're not here to operate from core child wounding or traumas to build foundations, because those will be unstable and they will collapse. You have to build foundations from truth, from love, from not selling your body and performing sexual acts on people, or having karmics, or avoiding, or running, or staying in fear, or blocking, or whatever it is. It just won't work out. And we know as DFs too, when we try to say, oh, we're done with it, we're reminded back again, put back on the path. You have to accept and integrate yourself. And in that Kundalini class that I was in, I realized the DMs are very afraid, but so are we. We are afraid to die. And we have to be courageous. We're going to die anyway, slow death with soulmates. That doesn't always work out either. But we're on a higher path here. And we are dying for our twin flame. But essentially we're dying for ourselves. All distortions are dying, all ego is dying, so we can be in truth and alignment with God. And we have to be courageous and not be afraid of facing the awakening, the Kundalini, the shadow, loving it, integrating it, seeing the innocence and the purity and the love in ourselves and our twin flame, regardless of their silliness. They are operating in the matrix with huge egos and constructions which are being destroyed. But still, when they're getting destroyed, sometimes they still think connivingly, meticulously, maliciously, stupidly, that they can do this in order to get that. In my twin's case, I was going to say, suck a dick to get a photograph contract, you know. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to really embrace whatever God gives us, right? And I've always said that we are beggars on this journey, and whatever's given to us, we accept. And also, whatever soul contracted, whether we're meant to be with them or not, or whether we're meant to be with no one, and that's okay. And we really have to get to that level of acceptance and surrender. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but you have to die. We die for love. You have to be courageous. You have to face the fire. You have to walk through it. The more you resist, the more painful it gets. And you may think the DMs don't struggle or suffer at all. They do, a lot. Because they resist it a lot, don't they? But some of us resist it too. And we doubt and we push away and we do whatever else and we suffer more. The key is to accept it and just be humble about it. And then do what God guides you to do. So I'll take some questions now. But I just wanted to inform that some of my TikTok videos are not being shown at the moment for some reason. I think it was that video the other day where the about the telepathic sex, and you can see the woman's nipple, can't you? But you can see the man's nipple too, and man's nipple's fine, a woman's nipple's not. I didn't realize it was there. So if you're on TikTok, you might want to cross reference with YouTube and Instagram to see some posts for right now, and yeah, you'll be fine. So how has the last week been? Energies are intensifying. You might be getting more telepathic connection, romantic or sexual dreams and feelings from the twin flame, because they are yearning for you and they are missing, because your energy is surrendering and moving forwards, and you're focusing on your purpose. And you are ascending. Well, hopefully. All right. So let's start from the start and let's go. Hello, sweethearts. Love from India. Wonderful. Universal Mother is here. Hi from Cape Town. Gorgeous. Would love to go there. Hey, hey, hey. It's fine. Wonderful. The music. Okay, perfect. How are you? Have you got any dying questions? Do twin flames unite? So in the non-physical, you're already one. It's one consciousness, one soul. It's the physical that thinks there's separation. And that's from lifetimes of fear and separation from God. Now, whether you're meant to be together or not is not a question from the mind and ego. It's a question from the soul contract, which we won't know fully. Yes, you might get dreams and visions and you'll see the timeline, but surrender that too. And allow God to decide, allow the soul contract to do what it needs to do, and get to that point where you don't have a need to know whether it'll happen or not, because you have died so much, you're in love, you're aligned to yourself that you're fine. It's a constant question, isn't it? And when you're in your ego, you want to run around to those coaches or psychics who will say, yes, you'll be together no matter what, because you're in fear and you're in desperation. But be okay with whatever is. You are fine, whole and complete. God is with you. Your twin flame is always connected with him. So it doesn't matter if you are with them or not, or you're with someone else or not. Whatever's happening, be okay with it all. Beggars cannot be choosers, and we are beggars, and we accept it all, and we go with the flow. Stay in 0 point, which is in the present, in the now, where there's infinite abundance and all timelines exist, and you don't feel the lack of anything. You feel abundance. Done with twin flames, ready for true love now. Well, twin flame love is actually the ultimate true love, isn't it? Because it's the love of God. And when we oscillate between, I want them, I'm done with them, and I'm not going to wait, I want kids, or, all this and that and the other. And I had a client the other day, and they were like, oh, I'm not going to wait. It's not up to us, is it? You can try all you like with your ego and your mind to get someone else or move on. But if you're meant to be with them, or if you're going to be put back on the path, or you need to do certain things, healings or purpose, God will put you back on it. And that happens with the DM too. You can scream and shout as much as you want. But like being in the flames and burning, we have to face the fire and we have to die. So rather than resist, accept. Surrendering is accepting your fate. And I did a live a long while back in South America, wasn't it, about accepting your fate as a twin flame. Because I tried to do all those things you talk about. I tried resisting it and running away. I did not want to be with the DM, and I mentioned him in the video today. I try not to, but I had to mention it today. So there you go. Narcissistic. Yes, they do have. Please answer, do twin flames unite? Have you forgiven your twin? Yes, I have forgiven. I have forgiven. Each person has to deal with their own behavior, right? And you must accept that the DMs are like a innocent, stupid child at times. And I'm sure we are as well, okay? And they just do the most silliest things. So as a mother, we just accept and forgive, hoping eventually they will learn to be an adult and grow up. So yes, I've forgiven. I've accepted all fates. What can we do? There's no escaping this, Yes, they can, and it's honestly very hard. My DM is still following all new friends, and he's just adding the new ones every single day. It triggers me a lot. Okay, so why is friends, right? Do you mean like girls or naked girls or other things like that? Because they do that too, and my one does it too, or used to do it. So what? They can add all the friends in the world. They can follow all the naked women or men, do all the sexual acts with everybody. They can do that with every single human on earth. So what? Does that deny the fact that they're your twin flame, that the bond is eternal, that they will get karma for what they're doing and they will suffer, and no matter what they run towards, they will always be brought back to your energy and miss you, and that they will cry and yearn and feel guilty and shameful for their behavior? Will that take away from all that? No. So let them do whatever they want, and they will suffer the consequences. The reason why it triggers you is because you're not in peace and centered in yourself. Do you feel lonely and sad? Do you feel you haven't got enough friends? And honestly, what kind of friends are they usually following? Really low vibrational, egotistical people, unless they're fully ascended. And if they have fully ascended, the first person they're coming towards is you. So until that's happening, all the people they're following are karmics. And I'd rather sit in peace alone in my beautiful villa than be around people who are horrible and egotistical and narcissistic and low vibrational. But the reason why they have to do that is because they're still in that space and they have to be triggered out of it. And those people will whoop their ass and trigger them. So do not... I did a video once a long while back. You could have an army, but I have God. You could have an army, but I have God. You could have all the naked women and men, but I have God. You could sleep with every single human being on earth, but I have God. You could have all the friends, all the big groups, but I have God. My DM too, all of the shit he's done. Huge friends and clubs and drugs and sex and nudity and pornography and sleeping with people for contracts and money, using his friends for holidays and drugs, performing sexual acts, all the things. And now what? All alone. Smack bang. That's their karma to deal with. That's their stupidity. So do not be worried and do not get triggered. Sometimes it's better to be in your own peace. DM is Divine Masculine. All right. Yes, I got the date April. Very good. Please answer. Do they unite? Also, can we forgive a shallow twin? Is it possible to forgive? I feel like you're in a lot of agony here. Bless you. So yes, you forgive them in time. If you really want to accelerate your journey, come to the Bali retreat. So I do this really amazing thing, and I did a live a while back about forgiving your twin flame, and we were smoking the plant medicine called mapachu. Watch the live. We really went through everything. You do forgive them, and you forgive them as you ascend, and they stop their bullshit. And then there's a lag period, a time when there's nothing, and they're in a hermit. And then you forgive, and the love heals you. The love always heals you. We die for the love, and the dying heals the anger and the resentment, which is lifetimes of stuff that the twin is triggering out of you and your lineage. It's your own stuff, actually. To get to a place, it's like, imagine you've got like a reed mat, yeah, and it's all very crumpled, and you like bam, 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 bam with a hammer, and eventually it's all soft and smooth, and all the kinks are out of it. So all the anger, all the sadness, all the trauma, they hammer it out of you by doing horrible things, but it's necessary interventions to get rid of all the stuff from your system. So yes, you forgive them, and you unite if your soul contracted to do so by God, and no one else can tell you that. And you must accept your fate, whether you're with them, with someone else, or alone. Accept it all, because you cannot anchor yourself in them, in DM or soulmate or other else. You have to anchor yourself in God and accept everything that happens to you and surrender it all. Oh, can you hear the thundering? All right. To get to that stage, it's a lot, yes. But I recommend inner child self healing, and I recommend plant medicine. It's very good. I feel like shooting arrows in my twin's heart. Is it like arrows like Cupid, loved ones, to transform them? Or is it like you want to kill them? Yep, you am divine romantic love. Twin flames unite on their final timeline. It takes many lifetimes to get there. Focus on healing the self, not your twin flame, their reflection of you. Yeah, and you'll only know if you're in the final timeline when God tells you, right? So just appreciate the present. I know it's not the answer you want. Your ego wants to hear from Manny, yes, you'll be with them. But that's not what I can guarantee. Okay? Hey Manjinder, 2024, I met my twin flame. Belongs to which wave? In which year will we experience harmonious divine union? Okay, so you are fourth wave, and like I said already, union will only happen if it's soul contracted and God wants it to. And if that triggers you, that's what you need to get out of the obsession with the twin. And then people be like, oh, but I'm going to get a soulmate, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that. It's not in your control. Nothing's in your control. Accept it all. I don't want my twin. I want a better one. Well, tough luck. You're stuck with them. They do change. They become pure again. Just like you do. You become divine and you forgive. It's okay. It's okay. It's just trauma. It's just distortion. And you become a very divine mother, actually. And that's heaven on earth. One who awakens first gets to know about twin flames and gets into spirituality are divine feminines, and the other one who's not understanding or fighting with and makes us chase them on DMs. Yes. All right. TikTok is not allowed in India. I know. So you can use YouTube or Instagram. All right. You don't need to ask the same question several times. Once is enough. So beautiful, the energy at the moment. Yes, I had experienced the same feelings this week. It's hard. Experiencing the beauty of duality swinging black and white all over today. Embrace it. Good evening. I feel calm but also exhausted. Make sure you take rest and you take care of yourself. It's a lot. I'm in contact with my DM for 2 months now, and we're about to unite after 8 years. Well done. It's a lot of work you've done to get to that stage. Good job. It's beautiful, but in the same time, triggers are still happening. Thank you for all the work you do, Manny. The triggers will happen because there's always small, minutiae distortions. And you have to get to the place where you are in 0 point and you're centered. Okay? And you start seeing them as an innocent baby. And you are anchored in God and your purpose, and your focus is God and purpose. And just keep it there. And it doesn't matter what they're doing or whatever they're behaving, just stay in divine love and they will catch up. They will get out of that shadow. You know, they're just reflecting things. And if you react to it, you're not accepting and integrating that within yourself because there is elements of distortion within. So all we do is we see it, we accept it, we integrate it, we love it, we let it go, and it dissolves. It will dissolve. It will dissolve. And the DMs shed it too. Seeing the beauty of the duality. Hi. First time. So, I have a question. Can I ask in personal? Yeah, sure, whatever. You can. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone has a blessed day. So nice to say that. I want to know my DM is with someone else, not looking to child, and even me, I have done a lot of karmic work, still no effect from his side. What to do? Okay, so you've done a lot of work and they're still not changing. It takes a lot. It does take a lot before they start to change. Now, I don't know how much work you've done. I had to do a shitload of work. And the thing is, they don't show their change in straight away. It's happening in the background. They're getting destroyed slowly, and then they show it later. But you've got to keep doing your purpose as well. It's very important to do your purpose and completely focus on God and let everything go and surrender. and keep doing the work and go deeper and deeper and deeper. And my coach used to say to me, keep going deeper. I'm like, how fucking much deeper do you have to keep going? You have to do a lot. Think about Buddha, think about Jesus, think about all the ascended masters, how much work they did. You know, a lot of self-love, a lot of healing, a lot of focusing on God and purpose and prayer, and also forgiving the DM and letting them go and accepting your fate, bringing your energy back, you know, neutralizing the chase. And eventually they do change. It takes time. It does take time. My twin flame triggers the worst in me. How can I forgive him? Oh God. Let's drink some cacao and ask Mother Cacao to help us with letting go of all anger, resentment, and pain we hold on from lifetimes due to separation from God and Source and all the distortions in our ancestry, which is what our twin is triggering out of our system. Eventually, your twin will drain out of you all the triggers and all the pain will come out. And there'll be nothing left in you. You'll get emptied of all resentment. And then you will be like a child, innocent, and you will laugh about everything. All that they have done, all that others are doing, you will realize it's from their ego, it's from their distortion, it's from their trauma. They are in suffering. You will feel sorry for them and you will wish them the best and you won't hold on to any pain. I promise you that. Thank you for your answer. I meant girls. Don't you think God created twin flames to reunite? Well, the thing is, we already are one, right? And the thing, we don't want to hold on. It's a paradox because we all want union, right? But holding on to that is still chasing, and it's still from the ego. The sooner you can completely accept everything and completely surrender, that's when the DM gets the biggest kick to do their work and come back, actually. But you never want to be just always making your life about that, because then as they come back in, they'll trigger again, and then you'll get annoyed and pissed off, and you will keep investing all your eggs into their basket. But all your eggs need to be put into God's basket and your own. And they need to be just that extra piece on the side, you know. Don't put pressure on them and yourself. Be free with it and flow with it. And once you've emptied yourself of all that stuff, you'll be out of the ego mind. And you know, when you're in that place, the DM will be always around you, constantly. And you won't care. Do they change for the better? Of course they change for the better. So do you. They become very saintly. Deep down, they're innocent. They're very pure. They just act stupid because they think they have to act big and they think they have to be macho like the others in their ego. They don't fit in and they don't want to be like that. And they just hurt little boys or girls, whatever you want to call them. So, and they take on the role to trigger all your distortions. They're very ascended and very pure, very innocent, beautiful babies. Of course they change. So it takes time, though, to get to that stage. I wanted my twin dead last year, you know. Did a lot of work. But you let it all go. Any possibility twin flames can go without union this lifetime. Anything is possible. You know, if you don't do the work, it's not in your soul contract, God doesn't want it, you're not doing your purpose. You really have to get to that stage where you let go of all these things. That's surrender, you know. True surrender is whatever will be, will be. Why does the divine feminine awaken first? It just is unfair why the universe hates women. Well, I'm divine feminine too, so I'm a man, but yeah. It's the divine feminine energy, and some DMs awaken first, very rarely, the ones whose DF energy is more pronounced, like Jesus and Buddha. But the divine feminine energy is the nurturing, emotional energy that's more connected with God, right? The upper chakras. So we become the leaders and our energy ascends first, and the DMs anchor, and they have to be the baddie and do all the bad stuff to us unconsciously. It's soul contracted, and they don't want to. They don't want to be the abusive, nasty person. They're just very in trauma, but they do it for out of compassion from a higher level. Can you see it raining? I'm going to jump in the pool later. It's just out of compassion, and I think DF's a better place to lead. I really do. So the universe doesn't hate divine feminines. The universe believes in our power and ability to take things forwards. It's a gift. See it in a different way. You know? Such a beautiful queen you are, Manny. You are, man. Oh, am I? Thank you. From Denmark. One of my friends calls me a bougie bitch. So I don't know why. All right. Why I lost a lot of my looks on the journey. I'm finding it hard to regain my charm. Why so? Okay, so in the beginning you do look old and haggard and all sorts when you're going through your ego deaths. But once you heal and ascend, you do reverse age. You know, I'm nearly 40, so you reverse age, you start looking better, everyone wants you. We were in the gay club the other week with my friend, and he was desperate for getting attention, and I didn't really give a shit. And I was in there, every single man wanted me, and I smiled with them, and they all talked to me, but I didn't want none of them. So I just pushed them all onto my friend. So you will get to the stage where you're magnetic to all. You don't want it, you don't really care. So you'll get your looks, and everyone will want you. Can I date someone else if my twin doesn't arrive? Of course you can. If someone comes into your life and they actually stick around and they can handle your energy, then you can learn from it, you know. If it feels aligned, go for it. There's no right or wrong. And then if it's not meant for you, it will vibe out. Have you come across Lord Murangan? No, tell me more. Are you in union with him, your DM? Share a few stuffs about your journey. No, not in union, but I know by next year, spring, communication, and next year, October, union will happen. I'm sure, but I surrender that too and don't really care. But my twin was very distorted, like I mentioned at the start, and now he's putting up stuff about spiritual stuff, and he's healed. He's practically healed. He's just afraid still and sorting himself out. But a lot of the DMs this year are getting their stuff in order, and next year they'll be coming in. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And the key for us is to stay balanced when they do return, so we don't react and they don't run off again. I recommend the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a very good book. It's very deep though. You have so balanced energy. Great job, lovely. How lovely. How sweet of you. I had a follower from Australia. She came and visited from Melbourne in the first week here. Bless her heart, she was very chaotic and all over the place. And she was like, oh my God, like in real life, like apparently in real life, my energy is more beautiful, apparently. So my energy is balanced because I've done a lot of work, okay? A lot of work. We are learning as we go, sister. Yes. Please make a WhatsApp group for all twin flames. It's a painful, confusing journey. Otherwise, at least the community will understand. So we have the social media, right? We've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and then we got the retreats, and I got one-to-one and group coaching. But a WhatsApp group, you know, I've toyed with the idea and who's going to manage it, and then you've got a Facebook group, and I can just about manage my social media, and I do get people being horrible to me and nasty at times, and there's just a lot. And a lot of it you got to face alone, unfortunately, with God. And people could drag others down with their distortions. They can also bring them up too. But in the first year or so, 2 years maybe, you are going to be all over the place. But as long as you're doing your work, inner work, you'll balance. You will balance. It's like being on a roller coaster. Just hold on. It will soon be over. It will soon be over. Okay. Does the DF's blocked sacral chakra affect the DM's mental health, or is it a myth? Well, you share a chakra system, right? So if your sacral chakra is blocked, so is theirs. So it will be affecting you in different ways. For you, probably emotionally more so, but maybe physically, but for them, physically too, right? But it will heal. It will open up naturally and it will resolve. But the journey affects all of you and all of us, right? And makes us go a little bit loopy. This year has been huge. I came to accept that it's okay even if physical union don't occur. Yay. And that's probably when it will occur, but good. I read a post by Twin Flames in Union who said that union can be achieved in this lifetime. It's just a core choice and healing all limiting beliefs, like how enlightenment can be in this lifetime. Usually the people who write these things are creating a business like Soulmate Universe, and they want to keep you hooked. Now, the journey is to get out of all desires, all attachments, and to ascend fully, right? And if you want to get really out of the matrix and out of the mind and be in true liberation and freedom, I don't believe a coach should be teaching you that you can get this or get that. They should be teaching you to fully let go and accept everything and be in wholeness, because that's when you'll get everything, when you completely don't need it. That's very attractive to the DM when you're in your power and alignment, you're with God, you're doing your purpose, and you're okay with whatever happens. There's no push or pull or expectation. They can come and go when they want. The door's open and you're okay. So those who teach this stuff about getting this union and enlightenment, they will keep you locked and obsessive in chasing energy. And I would say majority of the coaches out there, they just talk about that. And it's not good for your well-being and your mental health. You need to progress beyond that. You know, my channel is My Spiritual Soul. It's about getting even beyond the twin flame journey into your total ascension and enlightenment and purpose and power. That's when you will truly excel. Otherwise, you get stuck at level 1 of the game. And I don't like that. It's all ego, 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 ego. You know, it is ego. Oh, I'll get this, I'll get that. When your third eye activated, did you see any entity? I've been seeing entities since I was born. But when the third eye activates, for me, I can see people's distortions and issues. But I've been seeing ghosts and angels and beings for a long time. And past lives. Your twin is listening to you here and again trying to run away. Well, let them run, let them chase, let whatever's happening happen. It's okay. No one's gonna die. It's fine. Have you learned much about union timeline? How twin flames bypass the death cycle, reverse aging? How does that look while everyone around them is still in the karmic cycle, or do they separate from them? So you cannot escape death in the 3D. That will happen. But what happens is you live longer. If you're doing your purpose and you're helping people and you have done your inner work and you've ascended, you will live a longer life and you will be very youthful and healthy and you won't get illness. So that's that. And then those around you will be influenced too. But some people will, if they're going to die, they're going to die. So you have the 5D and the 3D, and everyone who's going into the 5D timeline, you will bring those who also choose that higher vibrational life or a version of them that is that, you know. So there you go. But you cannot bypass the death cycle. You will die. You cannot live forever on Earth. You saw your DM from dating app or randomly? Why random hookups, toxic and spiritual journey? Can I hook up with someone other than my DM? So I saw my DM, I met my DM from a hookup app, and there's nothing wrong with that. But hookup app is not toxic. It's your energy reflected. You'll vibrate and attract whoever is similar to you. You can hook up with whoever you want if that you feel that desire. Empty yourself of that. Eventually, you'll start seeing people's true intention. Like when I was in the gay club and every single guy wanted me, and there was one particular guy who was like constantly around me, but I could tell that he just wanted a little zig. So I was like, no. And then when he felt my energy kind of like going, you know, I was chatting to other people and they would buy me drinks and it was someone's birthday and it was a lot of fun, okay? And I saw how quickly he moved from me to my friend. And if that person truly wanted just me, they would have stuck it out, right? So you start to see that people are just filling voids and their emptiness, right? And if you are in void and emptiness, you'll be attracted to similar people. But once you fill your own void, majority of people in the world will not be attractive to you. So, but it's a process. You've got to learn through those things. And that's what the DMs do, right? They fumble around and they do this, they do that, and they learn from it. So you will learn from it too. My twin flame is Melbourne. Melbourne's supposed to be really beautiful. What happens to the DM's marriage with karmic after he realizes he loves his DF and wants to be with her? So the DMs go through loads of conundrums, running away and jumping to other people, but so sometimes the DFs do too as well. But it depends on the DM, how conditioned he is in the matrix, how much he wants to please his family, but eventually he will keep being eaten alive, and the ego will keep crumbling. And like I said, if it's in union is in your soul contract, it'll happen somehow or the other. But the karmic relationship is not happy. They'll pretend it is and try to, but they will suffer from it. That's what happens to them. Is it chasing if one sends love, healing, or manifest DM? Yeah, I don't recommend that you do that until you are balanced. Then you can, naturally, sometimes you feel them or dreams and you feel great and you do it from a place of peace. That's fine. If you're not in peace, then don't do it. Give it to yourself, because giving to yourself will give to them anyway. How old are you? I'm nearly 40. I'm 39 now. My DM is 31. You look even younger, Manny. Bali suits you well. Oh my God, I'm loving it here. You should come. It's amazing. How can I fall in love with someone else? The more I would open to it, the nearer my DM comes energetically. Yeah, they love to block other people as well. So them I feel it's nice, but it doesn't sense in the long run. Yeah, it is like that. But sometimes some soulmates do manage to get through, and some people marry them, and that's okay too. I would recommend you learn about Lord Murugan. He's a god of love, war, and beauty, rooted from Tamil Nadu, India, son of Shiva, born from the third eye in Shiva Shakti union. Thank you. If you could send me a video or post via a DM, that would be great. Okay, I'm going to finish off now, and I'm going to talk about the retreat in a second. We're nearly full spaces, people. Thank God. Thank you for saying that I resonate with you. You are so authentic, Manny. Sometimes I say stuff which I shouldn't say, but it's said. It's said. If I would have money, I would join right away in Bali. So this year, January, we're going to have Bali. But then, because it's nearly full, and I'm so happy about that, it means that I can do more retreats. So next year, I want to do a retreat to do with ayahuasca, Mapachu, San Pedro in South America. And then I want to do another retreat doing ibogaine, cambo, and bufo in Mexico. And then we'll probably do another retreat either in England or Bali again. So I'll always do Tulum, Mexico, Bali, and probably Costa Rica. And then we'll keep switching them and switching them and switching them. But yeah, so you can come to other ones if you want. And eventually maybe we'll all work together, I'd love to do a cruise, like a ship of like 4,000 people, all twin flames, and we get on the ship and we just plan and we organize together. We have like conferences or workshops where people who want to work on similar issues get together from all around the world, and we basically create businesses and ideas and momentum and movement and initiatives, and we do it on the ship for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then we go away and we bring it to life. I'd love that. I would love to join your retreat soon. You have such good energy. More power to you. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I feel like say the wrong things, but anyway. Happy birthday. All right, so let's talk about Basundari retreat. Someone asked me what does Basundari mean, and I did write it down and I forgot now. I think it was about being a divine unconditional love or something like that. But anyway, so the retreat is happening. We have only a couple of spots left, probably like 3 spots left, I think. So if you want to come, please do. And otherwise, there is options also of teaming up and sharing a room, okay? So if more people want to come, that's no problem, because all of a sudden, a lot of people are interested. We have 52 people who have signed up. you know, so it's quite a lot of people actually. It's amazing because people want to get out of their suffering. They want to stop dying and they want to start living. And Basundari is from the 23rd to the 27th of January. People are coming a few days before. Like I said, I'm here till February, and they're staying a few days afterwards till February actually. And we're going to hang out. I'll show you. I'll take you to the healers. I'll take you to the sightseeing, the waterfalls. We'll have dinner. We can talk, late night walks and lunches and all sorts of things. Dinner, sorry. And we can even party if you like partying. So anything you want to do, I'm more than happy to like, I love hanging out with Twin Flames. I think it's such beautiful people, it's beautiful energy, so kind, such good souls. It helps us together to be together. Very good, you know, because we're doing so much. So it's a week-long retreat, exclusive access to the entire retreat. And there's beautiful people who work there. It's like in the jungle. Yeah, pick up and drop off. We have 11 unique rooms. We can have up to 22 guests if we're sharing. And we have the yoga shala with blocks and stuff. You'll have morning meditation and yoga and breath work. There's sauna and ice bath and relaxation. There's 3 pools. You'll get delicious organic breakfast, lunch and dinner, complimentary snacks, cookies, smoothies, fruits, coffees, and all that kind of stuff. Can you hear the rain? You'll get a 15-minute head, shoulder, and foot massage on arrival and a 60-minute revitalizing Balinese massage. And on arrival, you'll get a welcome from the Balinese priest, and they do like a ceremony with traditional sarongs. And I brought a beautiful yellow sarong today, actually, because I want to go into the temple. And they wear these beautiful sort of like like bandana things the men do. It's beautiful. The culture here is so gorgeous. It's Hindu, but it's done in a slightly different way. And we'll put holy water on you, get you initiated to being here baptized. And then we'll do a tour of the island where you'll see the sacred temple. We do the water purification. You've seen pictures of me of doing that. And it's amazing to surrender, to let go. We'll go to the monkey forest, the rice terraces, the coffee plantations, and everything is gorgeous. And you'll get 6 hours of coaching and healing from me before, during, and after. And then we'll do the shamanic healing, right? The shaman will be doing one-to-one sessions. So not only with cacao, rapé, sananga, mushrooms, and mapachu. I'll do mapachu with you for forgiveness. Those of you who have issues with forgiving. And we'll have a videographer and a photographer doing pictures for us as well. But we will work deeply with you one-to-one and in group settings to work on your bespoke things that you're working on, and we'll take you to the next level. You know, it's going to be quantum shifts. Each ceremony is like 10 years of therapy, clearing it all out. So if you are interested, there's only a few spaces left. It is 2,500 flights. You pay for them yourself. Like I say, with anything to do with twin flames, anything to do with healing or union, if you have the intention, God gives you the money. And it's happened to me all the time, and my money kept just increasing. So if you walk the path, and even if you're worried about money, and I don't know this, PayPal has 4 months interest-free credit. Otherwise, we can work a payment plan, but God will always give you money. If you are doing this for your healing and ascension, which is going to help humanity, you will get that money. God will provide you. You shouldn't worry about it. So that is that. Where are you basically from, boy? I'm from England, and my parents were born in India, but they moved to England when they were very young. It was my birthday on the 19th of November. Any time to visit India. My parents have just come back from India. They're gone to the UK now. Please come to... I backpacked around India for 9 months a while ago. I have traveled the world very extensively. So I have done India, and it was beautiful. I've worked in India. I used to work for the Tibetan government. I used to work for a New York documentary organization. My background's in human rights. I've been in India quite a lot, actually. I have. But I want to now go to like Japan, and I've been to Thailand. I want to go to Vietnam, Cambodia. I might move to Bali. I did astrocartography, and Bali comes as my number 1. And it's interesting because it says Rome is where my love is, which is true. And yeah, I've always thought about Hawaii or Bali, and I'm just thinking maybe I'll get a house here. All right. So if you plan a retreat in India, I will assist you fully. Okay, good. Because eventually, I've been told by Spirit that I need to create healing centers around the world. You know, all this stuff I didn't think I was going to do. I didn't think I was going to do any twin flame content, let alone do any of this retreat stuff. I never thought. I was really against it all. And the thing is, when you take a step to do it, God will make it all work out. The followers, the money, or the success, it happens because you're coming from soul and from service to others, not service to self, and everything works out. Compare that to the DMs when they do service to self and they come from ego, it don't work out. Okay? But it will work out for you because you come from a place of love for all, for humanity. And you will get good energy and you will heal and become beautiful divine beings if you do your inner work, love your inner child, forgive everyone, see everyone as a beautiful innocent baby, and live your life of your dreams, you know. So I'm gonna jump into the shower, into the pool, and blast my music loud and enjoy the night. I love you all. Take care. You are doing such great work. You are doing great work. It's a lot. It's the biggest thing to do, to heal and ascend. And you should be very proud of yourselves. Okay? Take care. Much love. Bye.